There he is. Oh, mate, look. I've got my bun, but the sausage is so big. I'm struggling.
Oh, I've never heard you say that before, mate.
Stuff it in there.
Look
There you go. There you
at
go. Look at that. That's in.
that.
Oh, mate, that's filthy. Look at that.
How's that? It's got plenty of those crispy onions that come from the sausage man as well. I tell you what, if you ever order from the sausage man, obviously we recommend so forth, but get extra for the crispy onion thing.
Mate, the crispy onions go so quick, don't they? They're beautiful.
Oh, they're ridiculous. So this one here is Seattle Butcher's wife. How are you, Misty? Lovely to see you.
Oh, hi, Misty. It must be like midday there now. She always comes on at breakfast time, doesn't she, Hills?
Yes, she's in Seattle, but which is I'm not sure the time. Maybe 6 or 8 hours behind.
Yeah.
But so I've got one of the chili dogs here, champion, with a bit of sauce and mustard, cheese, and the crispy onions. Hang on.
Savage.
No.
I'll just knock.
Not
Not as pretty as yours, but look, just knock that up.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
But mate, the star of the show.
Mm.
Oh, hi Sarah Field. She's my boss. Hi Sarah Field. Hi boss.
Mm. I thought Mrs. Jack's Meat Shack was your boss, mate.
Mate, I get bossed about all over the place, so don't worry about that.
So that's great news, isn't it? So yeah, how's your grilling going? What are you cooking there, champion?
Mate, I'm going to get a smash burger on now, so I've just been waiting for you to come along, but I was just telling the people before you came along that we've got these lovely charbroil barbecues, and I've actually got like a cast iron insert inside. So yeah, let me show people it. Got the cast iron plate.
Ah.
We got some lovely burgers from Village Butchers. So what we're going to do is take our patty, place it down, smash the hell out of it. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yes. Get another one on there. I'll tell you what, mate, you can smell the Guinness coming off these. It's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. I love it.
They're a good size, aren't they? They're a good size too, aren't they, buddy?
Well, you know what, mate? In the packet, they look pretty small, but when I've actually balled them up and smashed them down, that's pretty good. I think they're 2 6-ounce burgers.
Okay.
I'll find the box. It's blown. Oh, yeah, I've got it here. I've got it here in my storeroom. Yeah.
Right. Paul says here's the exact plancher for his T222G charbroil. It's a good.
Yeah, you know what, Hills? We're both sort of new to the charbroil brand, but I'm mightily impressed.
Yeah.
It came it comes pre-assembled, doesn't it, as well? So they've actually saved you 30% of your build time by building the main hood. So this bit here, this whole lid with all the burners comes pre-made, doesn't it?
Exactly. And all of the packaging as well. There's none of that nasty sort of, that sort of styrene foam or anything that's really difficult to get rid of that I found. It was really good because at least it was all sort of cardboard and, stuff that you can fold up and, put in the recycling bags,
Yeah.
It wasn't so much. And then to be honest, it might sound like a small thing, but you know how they always come and things turn up and they've got like bags of screws and stuff and all of that. It's a bit odd. They had a nice sort of blister pack for all of the screws and everything, and it had 8 of the A's and 16 of the B's and all of that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
Fairly easy to follow, and there's an app, isn't there, as well? So you can scan your phone over the QR code, and it will bring up your charbroil app, and it will give you the instructions to build it via the app. So if you're a bit more technical than I am, I prefer the old paper instructions, but it was fairly easy to build. Nice sunny day on Monday, and I got out here and built it. It's lovely.
Yeah, no, it was the same for me, mate. I dedicated a bit of time for it. And, I mean, I had to film it as well. I'll do post a bit of a video on it, but I found that I went for the paper instructions, although, like you say, it was, for some strange reason, the English instructions were at the back of the document, which, hey, man, English is the premier language, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And so I followed those instructions, and as far as I could tell, it was spot on. A little bit to do with the gas nipple that took a little bit extra thinking, but, beyond that, everything was pretty easy to sort out. Put the handles on, the doors, the gadgets, the batteries, everything was quite easy. I thought.
Yeah, I'm very impressed, and it's a big old grill, mate, isn't it? I'll tell you what, big. I like it.
Already wowed the studio audience. I can see them kneeling now. Hang on, hang on, ready?
What have you been feeding them then? What have you fed them?
Well, so far they've had some of the hot dogs from the sausage man, but they're all sitting around and they're all staring at pretzels as well, and they're all sitting around and they're drooling and they're waiting for the tomahawk from Village Butcher to come out. I'm going to reverse sear that, so I'm letting that smoke away in there, and then I'm going to sear it on the sizzle zone over the side over there in a minute.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the sizzle zone, mate. I tell you what, that's lovely.
Or yeah. They're good dogs, aren't they, mate?
Very nice.
And
just gonna check on my burgers. I think we better we'll get Rob across. Rob and Kevin.
Kevin and Rob are going to join any moment now, so and then we can talk about the chocolate. Here we go.
Hey, how are we doing?
Good, mate. Just checking these burgers.
Mate, I've been stuffing that burger down like the little piggy I am off camera, and they are incredible.
Yeah.
Which one's
good?
So you said it already, Jack. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. You said it already, but you know how you're saying you can actually smell the Guinness in there? You can actually taste it in there as well, and it works. I'm excited for you to be trying these in a minute.
It's crazy, Rob, isn't it? Like normally you say things are flavoured with you get like Jameson's crisps or whatever, and it never tastes like it, does it? But to hear that they actually taste like it is really good. Yeah,
I'm a big fan of Guinness anyway. One of my favourite things to cook for a long time was a steak and Guinness and cheese pie. So to have that in burger form is great.
Let's pass the recipe on. That sounds lovely.
So we're going to have to use all of our influencer ice cream van. Welcome to your world. We're going to have to use all of our influence to score ourselves a ticket to this farm. I need to see that aging chamber.
Yeah, I want to see the salt moss aging chamber. Sounds amazing.
We'll get Uncle Hillary to hook us all up. We'll get all COVID jabbed up. We'll get on the Ryanair flight, lads weekend.
Yeah, I think we go straight to Dublin. We go straight to the Guinness factory.
Yeah.
Make sure we get make sure the ingredients are fine first. Just want to make sure that quality control there is all okay. Then we head down to meat cows.
You really can't appreciate all of the ingredients together until you sample them all fully individually.
Exactly. at least 6 pints of it. I think that's the magic number.
The things we do for social media.
I know. Heroes, some might say, I think.
Yeah, I think the word hero is somewhat overused these days, but yeah, hero feels right.
Exactly. Oh, these are looking good. You get some pickles on as well.
Yeah.
You're bringing us in for a close-up, Jack?
Yeah, you know what? This thing I bought from Amazon, mate. This is a dream. Look at that. Just bring you in.
Oh, look at that.
Bring you in. Look at that. Oh, that's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I went the other way today. I put the pickle on before putting the cheese, and I melted the cheese all around it. I normally do what you're doing, but I felt like being a bit cheeky.
Yeah, mate. I think these are nearly ready. Oh yeah, let's build this burger. I've got to tell you though, boy. I've got to tell you, my bun's not that brilliant. It was basically a last minute freezer dive to find a bun. But what are you gonna do? It's one of them things, isn't it?
Right. So what do you got cooking there, Rob? What do you got left on your grill, mate?
So we did the burgers, as you know, and there's really not much to see at this point because I've literally just wrapped it 5 minutes ago. I got the old faithful Masterbuilt 560. Been cooking away all day, and I've got my Jacob's ladder of beef ribs from Village Butchers. So on here, I just had some French's mustard, some salt and pepper, and that's been cooking away at 110 all day.
Oh, proper low and slow, Rob. Proper low and slow.
Proper low and slow. I thought it's more time for drinking, right? Look at that, you little devil.
There we go.
Doubled up.
Jack. Oh. Clearly, it's not intended to share that one.
What?
No, I kind of wish I'd doubled up mine now. I'll be honest.
Well, there we go. I think we've got a winner to announce, haven't we?
I think you're going to announce the Big K Charcoal. I mean, maybe we should talk about the prize a little bit first.
I was going to say that's a hell of a prize they've given us. So they've given us a massive bundle worth over £100. We're talking like we've got some of their professional charcoal, which I really like because it's basically like full on like twigs, isn't it, of charcoal.
Comes in a box. They're all really uniform, aren't they? They burn well.
Like in a box, like all wrapped up nice in like paper. And yeah, they burn nice hot and fast, get a nice like smoke off of it. I actually used it last night to cook some jerk chicken and it gave it a really, really smoky flavour. So yeah, well impressed with Big K. And as you say, Rob, Big K brand ambassador, but was a long time customer before I became an ambassador. So that's exactly it.
Yeah, and that's how I do all my relationships really. I just get involved with the things I like.
Well, that's what Hilary and I said. Apart from obviously you and Kevin, we'd only have people on the show who we actually like, So,
but those guys said no, so here we are. I'm sure there's plenty of other people that would love to have come on live with you.
Should we announce the winner then?
Go on, Jack. Go on.
Go on.
The winner of the Big K barbecue bundle is Beardo_barbecue_beers. There we go.
That sounds like Jack. That sounds like you.
Mate, yeah.
No, you said weirdo barbecue.
Weirdo.
Oh, weirdo. Oh.
Beardo, like weird.
I like those guys with the 3-part names. One of the things I always like to do is ask them if you had to pick two, which one would you give up? Maybe you could answer on his part.
Like, people should only win if they're watching live. That should be the new thing. Like you got to watch for the whole thing, and if you're watching, then you win. If not, on to the next person.
Or we keep the prize.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Very fair.
I was showing Hilary my shed with all my barbecue charcoal in it earlier over there, and it's literally absolutely stacked now. There's like you can't move for charcoal. I had my little top up. So yeah, it's full up in there.
I don't want to moan, but when I don't think people realise just how much charcoal you get through trying to put out regular content. It's a never-ending game, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll probably do maybe a 15-kilogram bag every week of charcoal, probably.
At breakfast.
Yeah. But I tell you what, this thing here, because it is got nice bit of technology in it, it uses 50% less fuel than a normal gas barbecue. So I'll be quids in, and handily, my neighbour actually sells bottles of gas. So no brainer, isn't it?
No brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a bit of the argument around the gas versus charcoal and all of that sort of stuff, isn't there? But everything has its place, and you know,
Mate, there's an argument about just about everything in the barbecue world. I think most people can't even agree on a charcoal. It's lumpwood or briquettes, but like we always say, it's just about getting outdoors. And the food's almost a secondary thing, because if you get together and you cook, like even though we're doing it virtually, it's as much about getting together and having a beer as it is having some food anyway.
You know what? You're right. This is my theory around things, right? So you've just done smash burgers, yeah? So you're cooking with a barrier, aren't you? So you've got the cast iron. So your charcoal's heated up your cast iron, but the charcoal flavour's not going to penetrate into that burger. I mean, it might do a little bit. You could probably taste a little bit, but the reality is you might as well just have heated it up on a gas barbecue or something like that. Similar to when you wrap things. So eventually you're going to wrap your beef ribs, aren't you? So at that point, why continue burning your charcoal, which is obviously an expense to you? You could easily put it in an oven and finish it off like that. But obviously we can,
options. That's the way I say.
Just cook a bit smarter, boys.
I don't think the barbecue world agrees on most, but I think most would agree it's about coming together and having some food with friends. So
exactly,
whatever it takes.
exactly.
I don't know what you found.
Who cares?
Go ahead.
I was just saying, mate. As long as you get there in the end, who cares how you get there?
Amen. I don't know if you've found, but as barbecue fanatics, you stop getting invited to other people's barbecues. Almost like they're going to fry up some sausages and burgers and everything, and they're like, oh no, Rob likes brisket and ribs, and you lose your invite. But funnily enough, I like burgers and sausages quite a lot too.
You know what? Every time it's Father's Day, and I say to my dad, like, what do you want to do for like Father's Day? Do you want to have a barbecue? I say, what do you want? He's like, sausage and burgers, just old school barbecue, like simple cheeseburgers, proper like old school bangers, like a bit of maybe some chips or something, oven chips, and yeah.
Even today, you've had some trumpet on the TV talking about how you're best to pre-cook your food in the oven before you go on.
I saw that James Martin.
That's the one. Yeah, whatever his name is, what does he know? Yeah. But that still really exists. People are genuinely frightened to cook outdoors. But there's two states. Well, there's probably three states of food, right? There's uncooked, on point, and burned, and the latter two really aren't a problem.
But there's so much technology now that can assist you in your cooking adventures. I mean, this is, I would say, if you're going to attempt to cook anything outside, invest in a digital thermometer. You literally cannot go wrong. Like, you don't have to spend tons of money on one. Like, get the cheapest one or buy what you can afford.
Yeah.
And use it in your cooking adventures. You'll never overcook anything in your life with this. It's so simple.
Agreed. And that's another thing as well. It's not only about cooking it safe. It's about not overcooking it as well, because when you start cooking to temperature and not time, you're keeping all of the flavour, all of the nutrients, all the nutrients in the meat, and it just transforms your game overnight. And yes, exactly. You can cook chicken on the barbecue.
Just it's a different way. Not everything is meant to be grilled directly over hot charcoal. Some things need to be cooked offset, finish on the charcoal. But yeah.
So, okay, a quick question then, fellas. There was a bit of a debate going on this week, right, about British barbecue and how bad it was. What do you think about that, fellas?
Oh, you went there. I just think it's utter clickbait myself. I'd rather not breed any more life into it than need be. But I do recognise stereotypically we're not great at barbecue.
But do you not think as well that a lot of the issues is with supermarkets? So you get all these like barbecue, like 3 for $10, like your local supermarket, but a lot of it comes pre-marinated, so you get like maybe a pork chop that's covered with like a sticky sauce, and then the instructions are grill directly for like 20 minutes. Well, of course it's going to burn because you've got a sugary sauce on something that's going to come into direct contact with, you know, a 200+ degree grill. So of course it's going to burn. Whereas if it was maybe packaged separately and the instructions were a little bit different,
yeah,
you wouldn't burn it.
I think, right, fellas. I think, look, there's plenty of good English barbecue, British barbecue out of there, mate. That's no question, without a doubt. Look, just check out Instagram, mate. There's so many people doing some awesome stuff. You know, and you got to remember, and like Rob sort of alluded to there earlier, barbecue's not just about the food; it's about the party as well. But some of those people are really, really good cooks. Would you go to their place and eat, mate? No chance. It'd be so flaming boring. It'd be ridiculous. What you need is adventure, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I reckon.
Have you got a join request from Kevin? He's struggling to get back on.
Oh, I probably ignored it, that's why.
He's tied him off.
No, I've not had anything come up.
I don't know if he can't join the live at all. I just see it pop up on the WhatsApp. He's trying to rejoin.
So, I mean, I had a bit of a question for you guys too, because, you know, there's the barbecue food, but there's also barbecue etiquette, which I don't think people just yet here have quite got. So, question number one, right? And I'll put this to you, Jack. So, Kevin's about to take it.
Oh, thank you.
We're in the debate.
We're having a quiz, boys.
I'm enjoying the hot dog.
So I had a quick question there. So, Jack, you're going to come around to my place for a barbecue. It's my birthday. What would you bring? And when would you turn up?
What time does the barbecue start?
If I said the barbecue started at 3 p.m., when would you turn up?
See, I'm always one. I'm the first one there. First in, last to leave. So I'll probably be there at 10 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
Enough beers for me to drink for the day. So maybe a case.
Yeah.
And obviously a case for the host. So bring you some beers as well. But you do your checking, don't you? You ask before you turn up, say, what do you want me to bring?
I think you've answered completely correctly there, Jack. What
Yeah.
about, there's one bit missing. What would the missus bring?
Her car keys to drive me home.
Jack's on the Brave juice today.
All right. I think you've answered it completely correctly there, but you know, a little bit around the etiquette thing here that I don't think people quite get just yet. You know, like I found if you go to a Dutch barbecue, right, the Dutch invite you to a barbecue completely different, right? Like basically, you have to bring everything, and all they'll do is cook it for you, right? You bring your own beer, you bring your own food, and that's it. It's crazy, but here I think there's a little bit more work to be done on the etiquette. You know, maybe between us all we need to come up with the barbecue etiquette guide.
Book Barbecue Lads, BBQ Etiquette. You have to make this happen.
You know, because what I found is the British, the English, they're very good at ceremony and they're very good at an occasion. You know, they can make a festival and all of that, but I don't think they've quite, you know, adapted that to barbecue yet. You know,
we're so polite though, aren't we? Like, I don't understand why it would be an issue. Like, you wouldn't turn up empty-handed. Like, even if you go around someone's house for dinner, you wouldn't turn up empty-handed, would you? So why would you do it at a barbecue?
Okay. Well, Jack, I think you're on point, mate. You're on point.
Okay, I've got one. This is a great conversation. I'm going to raise it. So you've been invited to a barbecue. You've followed the etiquette. You've rung up. You find out what you're going to bring. When you get there, and things aren't going quite as well as they should on the barbecue, do you A, go with it, or B, get involved?
Oh, that's a terrible one, isn't it? I have that quite a lot. Like, you go to someone's barbecue and they're waiting for you to arrive, so you take over basically, and you're like,
And then pull out damp coals from last year, and they're like these year-old briquettes that have been sat in a damp shed, and they're like, off you go. You're like, I cannot work with this.
well,
Not know who I am.
you with like one Weber. That's
Man, look how good these are.
Mate,
All
what
right.
are those onions?
Oh yeah, the onions and the sauce. Oh, so good, so good.
I think we're underway. I think we need to come up with the etiquette guide, the British barbecue etiquette guide.
Oh, I'm in.
You know,
Champion for that.
so many people that I think just don't get it, you know, and like, things like to just say, what if you're a vegetarian or there's a vegetarian? What do you do then, right? Like, obviously, they should bring their own food, or,
But you know what, Hills, you're right, because we go to California quite a lot. We've got family over there now, and loads of friends. We go there every year. And whenever we go, they invite us to a barbecue, but they will only cook one thing. So you'll go to a barbecue and then maybe have done ribs or they might have done chicken. But a British barbecue, you get everything, don't you? You get burgers, you get sausage, you get chicken, you get pork. You get everything you can ever imagine. But in America, it seems like you go and you get one thing, which is fine because it's done really well and it's lovely. But yeah, we're different. We like to have everything, don't we? We're like, yeah, let's do like us today: burgers, hot dogs, steak, wine, pretzels, beer. You know what I mean? We've gone for it. I'm not even open this yet.
Sue's just made an excellent comment. She says, "You've got to bring your own mini instant read thermometer with you to from your handbag to check if the food is cooked." Is that a step too far?
Well, you don't want to go with a dose, do you? So I agree with Sue.
I did look at them and thought, that would be good for restaurants.
They were using these on MasterChef last night. I was watching MasterChef. They're using thermometers.
What, charbroil one?
Yeah. No, not a charbroil one. Like a posh one, like Rob's got.
Just for balance. Buy the one you can afford. I didn't start off with a thermopen. I had like the Amazon thing, 7-8 quid, and I melted a couple of those. And then for Christmas, I got one of those, and I've never looked back.
That's exactly it, Rob. Though, isn't it? Like as you say, with everything, just buy what you can afford. Like there's no snobbery here. As long as it tells you the temperature, does it matter if it does it in 5 seconds or 2.1? No, as long as you're figuring out how to be safe with food, who cares?
That's the other thing. I mean, probably the same for you guys. You get a lot of your friends coming to you asking for barbecue advice and wanting to get started, and you can't give them like £1,000 kit list. It'd be immoral to start barbecue with all of the things that we have. You have to really just start and add to a collection over time.
But I get a lot of questions, as probably you guys do, about grills and what to buy and what should I buy. I always ask what people's budget are first, because no point saying to them, go and buy this £2,000 grill if their budget is like £300. But that's the beauty of barbecue, isn't it? You can get amazing results using simple techniques on most grills.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Very true.
Journey, isn't it, mate? It's a journey. You start out somewhere, and you start out with the various devices, and you start exploring other ones, and you might end up with those ceramic sort of units. And, there's so many different devices, and you see the stuff that the fry guys do with grills or the asado stuff. Like so much to it, The main thing is to get out and grill and start, and then all of a sudden you can cook. I mean, that's what I'm about. Sure, everyone gets to go.
I've got a lot of time for people who are like that as well, because you see these guys that go out and they literally buy everything, and then they fire up their grill for the first time. And you also see on the other side, you see the guys that are working really hard with what little they have, and they add to it and they appreciate it. And I find that a lot more relatable.
Oh, so, I mean, I started my barbecue journey with a 47-inch kettle barbecue, and then I invested in a Brinkman smoker, which was £120, and it was basically like a dustbin with a lid.
Yeah.
And that's how I got into smoking, and it was like there was no way to control the airflows. You just had to do it by having skill, basically. And that's of course it wasn't. I nailed a set of ribs the first time I cooked on it. They were like cardboard, but that's the journey, isn't it? Failing and then learning from your mistakes and going on from there.
Oh, totally.
That's what I started my journey on. homemade tandoor. I saw it on Jimmy Doherty and Jamie Oliver's show. They made a tandoor out of a garden incinerator. I thought, yeah, I'm getting involved in that. It didn't work as well as I imagined. I think I cracked more pots and dropped more naans in the bottom of the fire than anything else. But it's all the good learning.
Someone just asked about the beer.
Yeah.
People's Captain Greg Bateman's beer, amazing.
Get some of that legend in here.
I'm gonna try that now, mate. Is it good? Yeah.
I'm enjoying the legend. Yeah.
I want to go for scouting.
I'm gonna have to sit down in my old man chair in a minute.
In fact, I lost my segment, so now would be an excellent time to repeat thanking Greg for sending out the beers. And of course his message and his foundation that he's trying to raise £1 million to promote mental health and good causes. And of course, I had my giveaway winner, who was Grill and Ben.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, because obviously we lost your segment, so the winner won't know. So yeah, Grill and Ben.
They'll never even know.
All right.
Quite right, you could have had the beer yourself.
A more cynical person might have suggested that. Never even crossed my mind.
I'm ready to sear this now.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a nice bit of smoke. I cannot wait to give this a sear now.
So what are you going to do? Crank that up to 370 and then away you go?
Yeah, it's about I don't know the 370. It's about 320. It's amazing.
Take it all the way up, Kev. It does come up.
I'm scared to go all the way. I'm a little bit nervous to take it all the way up. It's at, what is it? 330. It's at, and it's and it did it instantly. It's so fast. Yeah, I'm ready to see that bad boy.
I just called out a legend. I thought it was the Napier. But wow. What's
All
next
right.
here? I need to get my bit of paper out, don't I? Hold on.
Yeah, I've abandoned the program. I'm just following your guys' lead now. I'm drinking, I'm chatting. It's like a real barbecue.
Well, we're supposed to go over to Hillary, but we might as well just we're here, aren't we now? So
No.
God, Jack, always stealing the airtime.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to leg it to the toilet really quickly, and I'll join you back in your channel on the second, Hillary.
Right. So yeah, we'll call this a day here, and then we'll finish off on Hillary's page, and that'll be the end of the extravaganza.
Well, we're going to announce the grand prize, no?
Yeah, we'll go over to your page, and you can do it there. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you in a moment then, everybody.
See you in a bit.